Hi friends, welcome to Agnet Coding channel. So today we discuss about input and output properties that are also called decorators. So before starting this video, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. So what is input and output properties? So as you know, Angular structure is a chain of multiple components. So there can be a requirement where we need to transfer our data from one component to another component. And to fulfill this requirement, Angular provides us input and output properties. Input property is used to transfer data from parent component to a child component through property binding. And output decorator is used to transfer data from child component to a parent component through event binding. And how it's work? Let's see. So I have a sample application where I have an app component.html. So in this application, this app component.html is a parent component where a child component is defined. So if we run the application, so here the green border component is our parent component and the yellow border component is our child component that is defined under the parent component. So firstly, we discuss about input decorator. So input decorator, with the help of input decorator, we will transfer our data from parent to child components. So here we have a search imply text box. So we will input the value into this text box and we will show the value in the text area of child component. So we'll go to the code for this. Firstly, we will bind this text box with some property. So we will define this property in app component.ts. So initial value will be a empty, and second we will define a property message from parent, and we will map this property with this text box search text property. Now we will go to child component ts file. Here we will use at the rate input decorator and the same whatever the property name we define, we will take this property name. And now next. So with the help of input decorator, Angular knows when the change detection cycle happens for this input type text box, and whatever the value we will put into this text box, that value will map to this property and it will show in our child component. So now we will map this property. Now we will show this property in our text area. Now if we go to browser, now whatever the value I am inserting into this search imply text box of parent component, same value is showing in this child component text area. So we are transferring the value from parent to child component. So our input decorator implementation is working as per expectation. Now we will discuss about output. So firstly, we will just comment this HTML so that it will not create a confusion with the other at output implementation. And just okay, and in app component.html we will comment this and comment this. Okay, this is our child. So if we go to browser, now we will work with the add the rate output implementation. So with the help of add the rate output decorator, we will transfer a data from child to a parent component. So in this implementation, whatever the value we will insert into this message text box, that will transfer into the text area of parent component. So for this, firstly we go to the child component and we will define add the rate output decorator and define a function message to parent. And this okay, and now we so for the transferring the value from child to parent component, we use event emitter that will emits the value whether it is string, integer, or object, and the same in the parent component we will just get that value when that particular function will execute. So we will just message to parent this one, and in this text box we will bind the key of event and change. Copy this event, find this event, change. So this dot message to parent dot omit, and we will emit this value, whatever the value that will insert into that text box. So dot event dot to get that value we will use event dot target dot value. This is message to parent, and this will be a type we define any. Now when the on key of event execute for this text box, we will calling this on chain function, and on this on chain function execution we are emitting this message to parent function with the value that is inserted into that text box in child component. And now we will go to the parent component and will define this function. Now we will say on this message to parent function execution, we will define here a function in parent component. This one. Here I want change value, and we will take a one property, let's say message from child string by default empty. We will set this value is dot message from child dot is equal to value, and to display in the template we will show in the text area. Now what will happen? when this on key of function event of this text box executes, this will call on change function, and this on change function will emit that message to parent function. And when he and on this child component selector, he will find this message to parent function, and it will execute. When that emits, it will execute this on change function with the value that we will transferring from child component, and it will execute this onChain function. And on this onChain function, we are getting the value, and we are setting this value in our property message from child, and we are showing in the text area. So let's see here. When I will insert the value in the text box of child component, it is showing in the text area of parent component, and we are successfully transferring the value from child to parent component through the help of @output decorator. So our output decorator implementation is working as per our expectation. That's it for now. And on our upcoming videos, we will share how we can transfer data when there is no relation between the components. So if you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.